Do you believe that you can own a successful business even if no one in the family are business owners? Do you think that there are people who are cut out to be business owners and there are those who are not? Or are you scared that you might fail in business because owning a business may not really be for you? In this video, you learn the first out of the three ways to tell if business is really for you. The first way to find out if business is really for you is to ask yourself, do you have a big why? Allow me to tell you my story as an example of a big why. You see, I never dreamed of becoming a businesswoman. What I wanted was just to be a teacher. Besides, my husband and I were living hand to mouth then. We had no capital to start any business. I was also shy and I had no idea how to sell to people. But at that point in my life, I knew that if I did not do something, my baby would go hungry in a few months. So I was able to bring out the courage I did not have. I forgot my shyness and I started talking to people to ask them what they needed. The shy teacher who could only smile and hide in a corner during breaks in the faculty room was able to make friends with janitors, security guards, other professors, and even with deans and principals of the different departments of our school. I had no business idea because I have never been business minded, but the ideas came to me from the people I was selling to. I was able to find suppliers of the products even if I did not have any capital. And soon, I was able to overcome my fear of becoming a businesswoman. Without consciously thinking about it, I just went ahead and started a business because of my big why. It was bigger than myself. It was for my baby and her survival. If you're a mother, you will understand that when it comes to our kids, we forget ourselves, right? Yes, that's a big why. It's no longer about you, about your success, or about the money you will make. It's about something that's larger than you. Let me tell you about a mentee. Let's call her Girlie. Girlie was a classroom teacher when she was younger. But at one point in her life, she got tired of the same routine. So she resigned from her job and she decided to focus on tutoring kids and she built a tutoring center. The highlight of her days was the time when her tutees would come in. Girlie would go to bed each night feeling very happy that the kids have learned and grown because of her. Financially, her business did well until the pandemic came and her income stopped. That was when I met her. Since she was quite techy, there was no problem for her to shift her tutorials online. Girlie continued to be devoted to her duties as she created lots of online teaching materials to be able to help them better as they struggled to learn from their online classes. This is a business that she is continuing because of her great love for her students. It was something that was bigger than herself. Even her students from many years ago are now sending their kids for her to tutor. As I mentored Girlie, I led her to discover something even better and bigger than herself. She saw her knack of improving the confidence of grade 2 to grade 3 learners. What she could do well is to get these kids into the high schools that they are aspiring for. And this was because, in addition to helping the students in academics, she was able to build the confidence of kids, especially those who are 8 to 9 years old. These kids not only aced the entrance exams later, but they also did exceptionally well in the interviews. So, upon the request of parents, she created a class where she no longer focused on the kids' usual subject matter in school. Instead, Girlie worked on their self confidence, and just like little miracles, she saw the kids blossom one by one. And that, as she was improving their self confidence, she was also shaping their lives and their future. And as she gets inquiries from strangers as well as referrals, she is getting more and more inspired day by day. So for Girlie now, building her business online to touch the lives of thousands of Filipino kids aged 8 to 9 is something that gets her up every morning. It's definitely a lot bigger than herself. It's a legacy that she will build by also training others to help more kids in the future. So now, Girlie has a really big goal and a very big why. And because of that, she is more disciplined. Whenever she starts to procrastinate, all Girlie has to do is to imagine the faces of her cuties. And she gets inspired to work on her business again. Next, she has become more humble. She has years of experience and she is not exactly dying of hunger. So she does not really have to listen to a mentor like me to tell her what to do. In fact, she attended lots of online courses before, but she would just choose to apply the lessons that she liked. But now, because of her little students, she is now more teachable and more open to applying even things that she was not comfortable doing before. And she is more courageous. one thing Girly has to do is marketing research. Now, this is not fun for her because, well, she does not really love doing marketing research. But because of her big why, she has now learned to embrace the marketing activities that she used to avoid. So, was the concept of the big why clear to you? Now, how about you? Why do you really want to start a business? What is your big why? What is it that will make you more disciplined, more humble, and more courageous? This is Mommy N, your Mommy Negosyo, saying, be business minded.